taxed unfairly? Think your taxes are too high compared to your neighbors? Well, you can dispute that. Many people are not aware that although property taxes are paid through the municipality, it's actually MPAC who assesses your property, which stands for Municipal Property Assessment Corporation. So when you see that assessed value on your tax bill, that's MPAC that came up with that figure, and that's based on the approximate value of your property in 2016. The municipality you live in then charges a mill rate against this assessed value, depending on the property type, along with some additional levies, and this is how your tax bill is formed. If you think your tax bill is too high, you can appeal it in a few simple steps. When appealing your property taxes, this is called a request for reconsideration, and that's done through MPAC. Now, unfortunately, the filing period for requests for reconsiderations in 2024 has ended, so there's an additional step if you plan on appealing your taxes in 2024, which is an extension for requests for reconsideration. This is done through Tribunals Ontario, which we'll put the link in the description below here. You need to file an extension for requests for reconsideration through Tribunals Ontario. The turnaround time is usually 2 to 3 weeks, and if the extension is granted, you can then proceed to the MPAC website for your request for reconsideration. Once you make it to the MPAC website, you're going to go to the Forms tab. Under that Forms tab, you'll find the RFR form, which we'll link below for you here. You need to fill out that form, then go to the Contact Us page of the MPAC website, attach your RFR form and your extension form if applicable. When you fill out your request for reconsideration form, you're going to have to tell MPAC why you think your property taxes are too high. So obviously, this will be a case-by-case basis depending on why you think your property taxes are too high, but there's a few criteria that MPAC looks at that you may be able to make a case. First, zoning. If the zoning of your property has recently changed, that may be a case you make for lowering the property taxes. For instance, if the property was zoned commercial and you just had it rezoned to residential through the municipality, you then go through this request for reconsideration, tell MPAC the zoning's changed, your property taxes would likely be reflected and be much lower because you have the new residential zoning, which is a lower mill rate. Next, finish quality, property size, square footage, lot size. These are all things that MPAC takes into consideration. So if you have a different finish quality than, say, a neighbor, MPAC may have your finish quality different. And I know I just had this on a property of my own. The finish quality was classed higher than what I thought it was, so that's why I requested this reconsideration. Assessed value is also a reason. If you have a higher assessed value than other properties in your neighborhood, you may ask the question, why is my assessed value higher if I have a similar property size, property age, lot size, etc.? They may have your assessed value wrong, and that assessed value is likely reflected by they think the finish quality is higher, or they think the square footage is more, or they think the property is newer, or maybe they think that there's been some renovations done, you've put an addition on the property, or you finished the basement, etc. All of these things go into your assessed value, which are all cases that can be made as to why the assessed value should be lower, which brings down your property taxes. So that's a quick video on how to navigate this process with MPAC for getting your property taxes reassessed if you think that you're being taxed unfairly, if you think your taxes are too high. You can go through the same process if you think your taxes are too low. If you want to pay more property tax, by all means, go ahead. As I said, we'll link everything down in the description below, all these forms, the websites you need to visit. If you need any help navigating this process, please feel free to reach out to us. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned next week for another video.